We're talking today with Lisa Tiger, a fine homes and estates agent with Century 21 Gold in Exeter Township. Lisa, thank you for taking time today.
No problem.
There's been a lot of news recently about the recovering housing market. Before we get to that, I wanted to ask you, your specialty, you're known for working in the high end. How did that happen, and why did you make that choice?
I think the choice kind of made me. I had a graphics art business before I got into real estate for 20 years, so I just always knew how to advertise, so all I did was advertise myself. And I got, right off the bat, one of the highest priced homes in Berks County. They were friends of mine, and from there, it just kind of, I was always known to be the high-end realtor.
Residential real estate selling is so much about word of mouth and connections and relationships, so I can see where once you get that first one, it would lead to others. So let's talk a little bit about the housing market. What the news from a variety of economic indicators has been good recently. Mm-hmm. What are you seeing here in Berks County?
Berks County has, the market seems to have risen about 14%, and even though it's a buyer's market, still is a buyer's market, it's almost turning around slightly. There are not enough nicer homes out there right now, so the inventory is just not there. So I'm hoping the spring will bring new homes because we need them.
So that means that we've cleared out some of the excess inventory.
We have,
and that's gonna help bring prices back up.
Right.
Yes, and you're seeing
that slowly. It's not going to ever be where it was before, but slowly the prices have been coming back, especially like in Wyomissing, where I'm somewhat of an expert because I live there, and I do a lot of transactions in Wyomissing.
And we're standing in a high-end home to have this conversation. Is there any difference between the bulk of the housing market and what you would see on the high end? Are the trends still the same? The
trends are a little different. Most people are moving into the area, don't want to spend more than $1 million. So any property that's over $1 million just takes a little bit longer to sell. It's not impossible, but the trend, the high end's picked up again, but it's more in the 500 to 750 range.
You have such a small pool of potential buyers at above $1 million.
Right.
I would think that would present a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
One of my the questions that we had talked about by email had to do with technology. I would think in your background of coming from a graphic design firm that you might have been very comfortable using technology to sell houses too. Talk about that a little bit.
I did put some special effort into making sure my website was up to date. I have special web people that kind of work in the background there. Century 21 provides a lot of things for our company, the corporate, and we have an app that I can give to my clients so that they can pull up information, on homes. We also just went to a paperless system, so we've got a lot of things in the works, and I've also know that probably 80% of the people start looking online for homes before they actually contact an agent. So I kind of cover all the bases with print advertising and web.
What's one technology that has really helped you do your job more easily?
Oh, I think actually old-fashioned talking to people on the phone. I think you still need that connection, but there's people text me, email me, and call voicemail, and so I've got all these different options to reach people.
So the bells and whistles, virtual tours and...
Well, the virtual tours, yeah, that's been something that I've put on all my higher-end homes, have a virtual tour. Yeah, that's something people like, but they still need to get in the house. It's really still important to get them in. So the other thing is I usually have a professional photographer do the photos because you need to put your best face forward right off the bat.
Professional stagers, presenters?
I actually stage myself. It's just another creative outlet for me. I enjoy doing it.
Oh, good.
And staging can be as much putting furniture in a home that's vacant as taking too much out in a home that's occupied.
Right.
So.
Last question. Based on what you're seeing in the housing market, what's your level of confidence about the overall economy? What direction are we heading?
I feel very confident. I love Berks County. I really feel hopeful. I really think the next year is even going to be better than this year, which I had a very successful year. I think it's finally picking up, and I think it's going to even out a little bit between the buyers and the sellers. So I'm very hopeful.
We'll let that be the last word, Lisa. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.